into the parking lot. There are entrances to the parking lot they can go through, and they chose, one officer chose to. 2 male officers and 1 female detained. Citizen detained. Edit their body cams, they redact their body cams and other videos. We don't know if this female, I want to say it's a black female, should be Latinx female, but we don't know if she's experiencing homelessness, staying in a shelter, if she's living in a car, if she's living in an apartment, if she's living at her parents' house. We don't know anything about this person. We just know APD has a pattern of practice of abusing people's rights, people of color, and across the street, you get the way freedom looks like, and all across the street off the break. Behind APD headquarters. I'm telling you, the streets, you get a lot of street cred if you film the police also. Really appreciate somebody watching. Nobody's watching. That's the problem. If the police were really behaving and really supervised and they were really punished and trained and their policies were correct and all of that to protect human rights, civil rights of individuals of all nationalities, backgrounds, colors, socioeconomic class, everything. If that was going on, we wouldn't need to do this, but I'm telling you, it's not going on. That's why we're doing this. That's exactly why we're doing this. This is the same place where we had protests for injustices, police abuse, and murders by the police, for Mike Ramos and George Floyd. We had thousands of people here in the past. We'll have thousands of people here in the future, because nothing's changed. We didn't get any justice. What we got is groups like Texas Civil Rights Project and others, Austin Justice Coalition and others, joined with the police and lied to us about defunding, which never happened. They lied to us about accountability, which is transparency, which never happened. They lied to us about that the police were going to take a knee and do all that stuff. They would hug a cop and all that. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work when the police and the government has declared war on these people, on its own people. Hugging them ain't going to work. Love will not overcome hate. We have to deal with hate. We have to deal with it and call it out. Call out the bullying, the abuse. We have to call that out. And we have to say, we need to stop it or else. There's no. That's the American way. That's the Boston Tea Party. That's the American way. That's how women got suffrage. So, tell me what kind of hugs were going on during the after the Emancipation Proclamation, during the Civil War. Was an uncivil war? It's going to be uncivil again if we don't get these cops together. And the most nonviolent thing you can do Let's take the bull by the horns, take their budgets by the horns, take their weapons by the horns, take their body cameras by the horns, and film them, and create transparency where transparency doesn't exist. Put these types of incidents in the light of day on the internet. Let people see what's going on. If nothing happens, cool. That's good video too. We're training these officers with community training of the police. The community to have them do a kick down. Take it easy on people. Stop trying to get the whole system's corrupt because the prisons are for-profit prisons. They figure out profit streams on how to put people of color in jail, and it's a new type of slavery. It's new slavery. So slavery didn't end; it just transformed. And the white supremacists didn't go away; they just joined. They became police officers and government officials. I'm talking neo-Nazis, Nazis, all of them. Outside of it. So after all that jumping the curb and all that, putting her in a police car, giving her transport, and taking her somewhere. Hopefully she'll be safe. I would not get in the car with a police officer if I was you. Yeah, they can follow you while you walk. Oh no. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to a good morning in Austin. In the holidays, it was in the 40s last night. It's going to be in the 40s. Pretty cold for Texas, especially coming out of the 80s. Almost the low 80s, high 70s. It drops 30 to 40 degrees this time of year, and people aren't prepared for it. They just get cold as crap at night. Super on top. It's suffering. People are suffering. Human beings are suffering. The city doesn't do jack crap to help people. They say they're not going to open any cold weather shelters until it's 35 degrees at night. They raised it. It was 32. They raised it up like so, and then you have to leave first thing in the morning when it's cold outside. Still. Some of the coldest times, they throw you out. There's all sorts of rules. They're going to bring in pizza now. So the city pretends to care, but they get FEMA money for all that. So if they don't do that, they lose FEMA money. Millions of FEMA money. So Federal Emergency Management Agency. That's FEMA. FEMA has a checkered history. They are not there for emergencies as much as they are to take control and violate constitutional rights. Especially after the Homeland Security Act, Patriot Act, created Homeland Security. These are agencies that do not work on your behalf. They do not. And they actually just waste billions and trillions of dollars. They don't affect safety. They take rights without safety. All right. This lady's going to be safe. The lady's going to be safe because Sandra Bland wasn't so safe. Let's see. Get this thing out. Just out running some errands. Thought I'd check up on people a little bit. Drive by, and I saw that officer jumping curbs and driving off the street, going across sidewalks, being totally dangerous driving. Okay, unit 0857 is leaving. She is in There's 2 officers in the front. So three officers responded to this. 1411 has 2 officers, and they're taking off. Where are they going? Nobody knows. Going towards the jail, but she's not in handcuffs. She hasn't been searched. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully people will be safe today from APD. It's too cold for this stuff. Not everybody has clothes, and for the warm winter. I mean, for the cold winter. It's been a warm winter so far, but it could get worse in January. I hope you're having a happy holiday. Please remember those that suffer because of our luxuries. They are displaced in Austin. There's a lot of gentrification going on here. A lot of have and have-nots. A lot of targeting and oppression of the poor and people of color. Women, LGBTQIA plus people. There's a lot of oppression of people down here. Disabled people, veterans. If you love veterans, just let you know, there's plenty of videos on my channel. Plenty of stories where the police have beat up veterans for just walking across the street, for just existing poor, just for nothing. Namaste, y'all. Be safe.